Welcome to Custom Keyboard Creations. This is the online series dedicated to showcasing the highest end and most unique mechanical keyboards that the community has to offer. If you're watching this video with us now today, that means you're interested in having your build featured here on the channel. So, without further ado, let's get you guys signed up. So this is just going to be a quick note to anybody out there thinking about submitting like a Corsair K70 or like one of these Razor Black Widows here. If you're going to submit something like this, just please make sure that there's something very unique about the board, right? Maybe you've done a custom paint job on it and you swapped the switches out, did a whole bunch of other mods, including a cable or something. What I'm trying to say is with these kind of boards, just make sure they're actually going to be a one-of type of keyboard, because that's what everybody here is expecting when they're going to watch one of these videos, right? However, if you do have something historical, like an IBM Model M keyboard, please feel free to submit that, right? Everybody's going to want to see something like that, especially at your desk, all hooked up, looking all good. Definitely submit one of those, but please refrain from keeping stock pre-built vendor keyboards like this just out of the mix, guys. So when you're looking to record and take the pictures here that you're looking to submit to the show, please just make sure that you're taking the pictures here in landscape mode, and that goes also for when you're recording the CKC typing test. At the end of that typing test, please include you testing the extended keys for stability and rattle, the spacebar and the shift keys and the enter keys. I'll go ahead and show you an example real quick. So in addition to that typing test, we're going to need at least 15 landscape pictures here of your mechanical keyboard, and that is kind of at least 15. Please feel free to submit more, and please feel free to even submit the same picture just at different angles, looking to get the best possible composition. There's really no wrong answers with the amount of pictures that you can send, so kind of feel free to go nuts on that, and even include artisan pictures, including your car, including you out in the woods. Get artistic with it, right? But the first type of picture that we're going to need is going to be 2 to 4 full top down pictures with the keycaps on. After that, we're going to need about 3 to 6 side angled pictures from both sides. That's why there's so many of those allocated, again with the keycaps on. Now the next 2 pictures are going to be basically mirror images of the pictures that you just submitted, the top down, 2 to 4 of them, and then the 3 to 6 as well of the side angled pics with the keycaps off the keyboard. We want to showcase your switches here. After that, we want to highlight your keycaps in various capacities. Take some close-up stills, and if you'd like to get really creative, when you're taking your keycaps off for your switches, put your keycaps in a pile and go ahead and take a picture of the pile. It'll be really cool. Next, we want to do 2 to 3 pictures of the back of the case. We want to see any kind of engravings or even stickers or paint jobs or LED underglow. You can showcase that here. Now lastly, we want to see some side profile pictures of your keyboard. We want to look how the keycaps are sitting, and we want to check the profile of the case as well. Now for a couple of optional pictures, you can go ahead and showcase your custom cables. So if you have pictures of your switches outside the board, including even like your backplate or PCB, you can absolutely submit those photos as well. And again, just to highlight what I said in the beginning, if you want to include some artisan pictures of you getting artistic with your keyboard, that is definitely much appreciated and will help step up the production quality here of the show. I think it'd be great. So now the last thing that we need to do is go ahead and submit your files here to customkeyboardcreations@gmail.com. We're going to be using wetransfer.com. It is free and lightweight, so go ahead to wetransfer.com and your application can be submitted there along with the media that you're planning on sharing. So the first thing that we're going to need is your name or your online alias. After that, you can include your age, your location, even your occupation, but that's all optional, whatever you feel comfortable with sharing. Third, please include, what you primarily use this keyboard for and maybe the inspiration behind building it, like was this your first build or did something you see or an environment you're in inspire the keyboard? And then lastly, just go ahead and list out the keyboard parts that you used here in the build. For example, what PCB is that? How about the case it's sitting in? What about the back plate that you're using, if any? How about what kind of switches they are and the stats behind them? What type of stabilizers are you using? Are they screw in or standard? Where'd you get those keycaps and what keycaps are those? And lastly, you can go ahead and showcase and detail any modifications that you made to the keyboard here as well, like coiled cables, lubed switches, band-aid mods, custom paint, really etc. etc. Well, I'm really excited here to see what kind of builds end up coming on through the show, and I'm really happy that you guys feel inclined to share that with me. So thank you guys so much for swinging on by. For now, I'm Tony with Custom Keyboard Creations, and I'll see you next time.